Hare Krishna everyone, welcome to the Saturday evening Bhagavad Gita discussion program. We are entering into a very interesting middle portion of Bhagavad Gita, which is to do with devotional service. Yeah, the 7th chapter to the 12th chapter, Lord Krishna speaks about Bhakti Yoga, and we discussed more elaborately last week. Yoga means connection, and Lord Krishna spoke about the Ashtanga Yoga process and specifically mentioned about all the arrangements one needs to do for perfection of Ashtanga Yoga, which is dhyana. For dhyana, what and all the physical arrangements one need to do, even going to the forest, seclusion, finding a right place, the ecosystem needs to be right. One needs to have a proper mind management, and Lord Krishna specifically spends lot of time on speaking about how to manage our mind. In spite of Arjuna telling, I can actually manage the wind through my archery skills, I cannot manage my mind. Chanchalahi mana Krishna, but Krishna says it's okay. He doesn't say it's okay. He says we need to practice. And he ends the chapter of Dhyana Yoga with giving a perfection of all the yogic systems. He says, concludes by saying, Yoginamepi sarvesham madgate antaratmanaha. Of all the yogis, one is able to meditate upon the Paramatma who is sitting inside, antaratmanaha shraddaya. Who is that person sitting inside of me? Me means Atma, I am the soul, and the Paramatma who is sitting inside, shraddaya bhajate yomam. Yeah? Same yuktatamo mataha. One who actually meditates upon me, who is sitting inside in each and everyone's heart as Paramatma, yuktatamo mataha. He is the person who is most connected with me. So Lord Krishna, yukta means connection. Yuktatama means uttama, means the most confidential connector, is the one of all the yogis who meditates, understanding it is Krishna who is the Paramatma who is sitting in each and everyone's heart, and meditates upon him, develops. Bhaja means devotion. Who actually chants my name, who renders devotional services unto me. In this way, one who connects to me, he is the real yogi. Lord Krishna concludes in the 6th chapter. That becomes a perfect platform for Krishna to speak about devotional service, which is Bhakti Yoga. So the 7th chapter is specifically Lord Krishna starts the science of Bhakti Yoga till 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And it is like a sandwich. Most of the time, what we really look into is not the top and the bottom layer, but what is there in the middle of the sandwich. That is most important. Yeah. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita, the first 6th chapter and the last 6th chapter, in between, Krishna has put the Bhakti Yoga knowledge. Yeah. So let us understand what is devotional services means. Yeah, very important. What does Lord Krishna speak differently in the next 6th chapter compared to what Krishna has already elaborated till 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita? The 7th chapter is divided into 4 sections. So the first section is the first 3 verses of 7th chapter, where Lord Krishna elaborates on importance of hearing. Shabda Pramana is the important process by which we can accept spiritual knowledge. I will going to elaborate about what is this Shabda Pramana is all about, how hearing is the absolute necessity for our spiritual life. What do we need to hear? It's very important to understand. This is the first section of Bhagavad Gita. Then second is Lord Krishna speaks about his presence everywhere. Lord designs, creates and sustains, but yet remains invisible to the immature observer. So Lord Krishna is like the pearls which are strung on the rope, on the thread. We all wear necklaces. What we actually see is the pearls, but there is a thread which actually manages all the pearls, connected to each other, designed in such a beautiful way. Who is sustaining all those? The thread. Similarly, Lord Krishna is taking care of the entire design, creation and sustenance of this entire world, and he is invisible, but the activities which are going in this world is so mysterious. Obviously, none of the scientists are able to explain the erratic behavior of the nature, how actually it works. Only Lord knows how it works. Because many things, mysterious things in this world, many haven't able to understand. So yet by seeing this mysterious nature, one can understand there is an intelligence in the nature. Intelligence means there is an intelligent creator. So let us discuss about the second section of Krishna present everywhere. The third, even through various logical reasons, we can see through the activities in the nature how it is working. Still many people start questioning, does God exist? Lord's presence is strikingly obvious, but for an ignorant fool, no matter how many evidences are there in front of us in nature, this becomes insufficient for him, because he is engrossed in enjoying the fruits of this world, and he absolutely doesn't have that inquiring mentality. So Lord Krishna is going to speak about who are the people who can accept and who are the people who reject. And even people who reject, ultimately when they come to the conclusion, they all start thinking that all of us are God. It is another way of rejecting the singularity of God. Everyone are actually habituated to the plurality of God. It's called polytheism. And the very tangential other end of the polytheism is everyone are God. For example, in today's world, the population of India is 1.3 billion. Each and every person in this nation starts saying, I am the president. Everyone starts saying, I am the president, I am the president, I am the president. So what does it mean? That means obviously that we are all presidents and the actual president doesn't exist. So because actual president doesn't exist in their mind, they all think they are all presidents. Similarly, we do not, since we have lack of faith in understanding one creator, one intelligent creator, one lawmaker, one designer, who actually takes care of the entire creation, sustenance of this world existing. Since we do not have the faith to understand that, we all come to a conclusion that all are God. Hence, because of that, today the population of God in India are increasing day by day. Heroes are increasing in the Bollywood world. The gods are increasing in the spiritual market. So Lord Krishna gives a clarity, is God one or many? So Lord Krishna is going to speak on that between the verses 20th to the 30th. This is a summary of 7th chapter. So the first verse, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Sakta Manah Partha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yata Gnashati Tachunu. So very, very important. We are entering into the Bhakti Yoga chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Bhakti means attention. So Maya Sakta Manahpartha Yogam Yunjam Madashrayah Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yatagnashasi Tatshunu means try to hear now. Krishna is telling now here. Spirituality is all about now, not future. It is not about saying I am going to take up spirituality. Prabhuji, definitely Prabhu, I am interested in spiritual life, but now is the time for me to study. If one studies, the person who has completed his studies, Prabhuji, now is the time for me to do job. After getting a job, the same person says, Prabhuji, now is the time for me to actually stabilize my job. One who has stabilized the job, if you go to the same person and ask, Prabhuji, take up the spiritual life now, understand Bhagavad Gita, says, Prabhuji, now is the time, my parents are looking for getting me married, now is the time for me to get married and settle in life. When I get married, it is good for me to start my spiritual life as well, because wife also will be with me. Both of us will start from the same level. Otherwise, Prabhuji, it becomes an infrequency, difference of frequencies. I might be a little bit ahead in my spiritual life. My wife may not be, so ahead. She might be starting. It becomes a problem, confusions. So once I get married, I will take my wife along with me. Those who get married after settling in marriage life, if you ask them take spiritual life, no Prabhuji, actually now is the time, my wife is pregnant, we are begetting our children. Let settle our parenthood. Once the child is born, start all the gymnastics of waking up in the early night, taking care of them. Yeah, it is not an easy thing. Once children becomes, when you become a parent, you start becoming serious. Have I saved enough? I need to run around now. Save money. Money becomes an important factor. When you go and ask, once they have child, then they start saying, no Prabhuji, I need to become earn money, save money, do my business, earn my financial more. Because children are growing up, I need to educate them. Yeah. Once you give education to them, then you start saying, Prabhuji, let me get into the retirement, let children stabilize. Once you get retirement, our mind will be completely confused, erratic. Body will not have energy. All the limbs of the bodies will be working irrespective of each other. Hand will be showing somewhere, leg will be walking somewhere, eyes will be seeing somewhere, head will be spinning somewhere. In that situation, who will have time to understand these deeper concepts of life? Let us understand this. That's why Tatshunu, Krishna says, here now. Now means Krishna consciousness is for people who they are, wherever they are. It is very, very important for us to understand the mysteries of Bhagavad Gita now. Future will never come. We give best of our life to people. People develop relationship with you because you have best of your life now. You give yourself to someone you love. What do you give? Your young life. Which girl in the world marries a old man unless until she is really having the short-sightedness of claiming all his property and then enjoying throwing him out? Who the man in this world would like to marry a girl who has a wrinkled face? Everyone wants fresh. When we are actually spending the best part of our life for gratifying ourselves, does it make a sense to say worst part of our life for knowing God? Is it not stupidity? Hence, it is very, very important for us to give best to Krishna. If you give a dry rose to your girlfriend or a boyfriend, does he really like it? If you give a ever fresh rose, you are sending a signal that you love him the most. That's why it is very, very important. Give best to Krishna. Save rest of your life for miscellaneous things in this world. That is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. That's why Sripad Shankara says, Balastavat krida saktah, tarunastavat taruni saktah, vruddhastavat chinta magnah, parabrahmani kopina saktah, bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudamate. Krishna says, Balastavat krida saktaha. When you are young, you are into play. Tarunastavat taruni saktaha. When you become matured, when all your senses become matured, you all start about gratifying in your senses. Tarunaha, taruni. The girl is looking for a boy, boy is looking for a girl, and the whole time goes in, grazing each other. Vruddhastavat chinta magna. When you become old, you always start thinking about what my family members are doing. Parabrahmani kopina saktah. No one is really thinking about understanding realities of life, the purpose of human life. What is the objective of human life? Bhaja govindam, govindam bhaja mudamate. Sripad Shankara says, hence, O fools, chant the name of Govinda, chant the name of Govinda, chant the name of Govinda. Hence, the Krishna here starts with Yata Gnasyasi Tat Shrunu. O Arjuna, try to hear now. Yeah? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Asaktaha. Devotion means asakta. We are all devoted to our own things in this world. We are devoted means we are asaktaha, interested. Yeah? We are having asaktaha for profession because we are interested in profession. We are asaktaha for children because we are interested in children. We are asaktaha for money, we are interested in money. We are asaktaha for wife or a girlfriend because we are interested in them. Krishna says, you are all spending your life, devoting yourself to so many things in this world. Real devotional life means Maya Saktaha, becoming interested in me. Manahpartha, interest means mind needs to be engrossed in thinking about Krishna. Maya Saktaha, Manahpartha, Yogam Yunjam Madashrayaha. So this is the yogic process of bhakti. Krishna says, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. By practicing Yunjan, by practicing this process of devotion, service, bhakti yoga, madashrayaha, you will be perfectly placed in the shelter of me, thinking about me always. Asamshayam, without any doubt. Samagram, you will completely understand me. Yatagnakshasi tashrunu. Please try to hear, by which you can understand me in full. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, now hear, O son of Pritha, how by practicing yoga, which yoga? The Bhakti Yoga, Lord Krishna is speaking about. In full consciousness of me, with mind attached to me, you can now You can know me in full, free from doubt, without any doubt. Asamshaya. Bhakti is asamshaya. Shabari led her life asamshaya. She was plucking fruits every day. She was without doubt thinking that Ram is going to come to my home. Bhakti is powerful. That's why Srila Shankara says, Gnana, just empirical knowledge, is useless. Realized knowledge leads to bhakti. It is like ripened mango, as Srila Shankara says. Yeah? This is the first verse of 7th chapter. Hence, it is very, very important for us to, hear. Hearing is very, very important. As I am showing in the slides, that's why Srila Prabhupada in his purport, while explaining the first verse of 7th chapter, says, concentration of the mind upon Krishna, the Supreme, is made possible by prescribed devotional service in 9 different forms. Shravana, of which Shravanam, Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam. Yeah? So the 9 limbs of devotional service, the first limb is Shravana, here. Because by hearing Parikshit Maharaj became, completely immersed in the ultimate perfection of human life. Just by hearing. Yeah? That's why hearing is very, very powerful. We need to hear Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, from the right sources. Now we can say, Prabhuji, I also hear so many people speaking. No, those hearing is not at all going to really, bring you to the perfection of human life. Shrotam Yadini Rajendra, Nunam Santi Sahasrashaha. There are hundreds of things to hear. That's what Veda's scripture says. Shrotam Yadini, to hear. Rajendra, Rajendra means here Parikshit Maharaj. So the Sukdev Goswami is telling Parikshit Maharaj, to hear in this world there are hundred millions of topics. What is happening in the political world, what is happening in the social world, what is happening in the entertainment world, what is happening in the sports world. All gossips after gossips after gossips. You can, if you take Facebook, it is all Nunam Shanti Sahasrasaha. There are millions of things to know. Apashyatam Atma Tattvam, one who doesn't really understand what is the need for my soul. Apashyatam, one is ignorant. Pashya means to see. Apashya means who is ignorant, who is blind. One who is blind to the needs and wants of the soul, for him there are millions of things to hear about. So when Prabhupada is telling here, when Krishna is telling Tat Shunu, Shunu is not about hearing all the gossips of this world. Shunu is about hearing about the ultimate perfections of human life, the subtle ingredients which can actually transform our life, which is the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Shabda Pramana is very, very important. Yeah? We are going to discuss about the 3 divisions of acquiring knowledge. Hence, concentration of the mind is important, then focusing your ear is also important to hear. Second verse, Gnanam te aham savijnanam idam vakshyami asheshatah yajnatva neha bhuyonyaj gnatavyam avasisyate. Translation. So here Krishna says, Gnanam te aham savijnanam. Gnanam means the empirical knowledge, the knowledge which can be acquired by these gross senses, the 5 gross senses what we have, eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, yeah. The knowledge they acquire. Gnanam te aham savijnanam. Lord Krishna says, I not only give you the empirical knowledge of this material world, seeing which you will be puzzled how it works. When the eyes sees the mystery of nature, it will be wondering How is it possible that such a mystery can exist? Gnanam. When we look through, the nature itself, wonderful arrangement. Sun wakes up in the morning, earth is rotating, the entire planet is getting the rays of the sun. Such an arrangement, coordination between the earth, planet and the sun, and the moon arises in the evening, gives them, such a mellow light for all the fruits to ripen and become sweet. All the nutrition is supplied by the moon rays. Such a divine arrangement. If you go to the Atlantic Sea, the sea gets frozen. The erratic behavior of water. Why the upper layer of the sea becomes frozen? Because it protects the down aquatic animals. It supplies heat. It's the erratic behavior of water, because water, when it condenses, when it too condensed, it starts floating. Unlike the solids, which actually goes inside, water starts floating, the condensed water. Why? It actually protects the aquatic animal, the erratic behavior of water in the Atlantic Sea. Frozen seas. Some people say, why the sea is frozen? Because we need to understand that there are animals who are living inside who also require heat. So there are many things in this world. Gnanam we can actually acquire through our gross senses. We have been given intelligence to inquire, why does it behave like this? Einstein inquired, he became devoted to God. Newton inquired, he became devoted to God. Lord Kelvin inquired, he became devoted to God. All the theistic scientists of the world inquired with the right mindset, they became devoted to God. So Krishna is saying, Gnanam te ahamsa vijnanam. Vijnanam is a realized knowledge. The knowledge which cannot be got by our gross senses. Some things we cannot grasp. These are a realized knowledge. The knowledge which are beyond the sense perception. For example, if you are, living in the India, now in the cricket match starts, just imagine the cricket match starts in the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai. Can I tell, oh, I have my ears to perceive, eyes to see, I am going to catch up the rays in the cloud and I am going to actually look into myself, what is happening in the cricket ground of Wankhede without even going there? Doesn't it look stupid? If you really want to know what is happening in the cricket stadium, tune into the commentary, right? Hear from the commentator. He will tell you in the real time what is happening in the Wankhede Stadium. Or get into, watch the cricket. I'm not, subscribing you to watch cricket or something. But, I'm giving you an example. So, Lord Krishna here, Gnanam te ahamsa vijnanam. Lord Krishna is not only giving you the empirical knowledge through the mysterious working of this material world, which gives the obvious questions to the intelligent mind to understand God exists. Looking through how mysteriously so many things are working in a mysterious way. Creation is intelligent because there is a creator who is intelligent. There is an intelligence in the creation because God is intelligent. Creation implies creator. So, Gnanam te ahamsa vijnanam. Lord Krishna says, I am going to give you realized knowledge also. What is knowledge and realized knowledge? Knowledge is to just say, for example, if you are looking into the jackfruit, looking to the jackfruit, understanding the fruit is knowledge. But when someone actually peers through the jackfruit, takes out each and every jackfruit from it, and gives you the fruit to eat, it is a realized knowledge. So Lord Krishna is giving you both the empirical knowledge and the realized knowledge. Beyond it, Krishna declares there is nothing more to be learnt. Idam vakshami asheshataha, in full. I'm giving you the knowledge in full. Yajnatva, by knowing this, nehabhoyonyaj, anything more to be learned is absolutely, there is nothing more to be learned. Gnatavyam avashishyate. This because the knowledge given in Bhagavad Gita is complete. Bhagavad Gita not only gives you the empirical knowledge, Bhagavad Gita gives you the realized knowledge also. So it is very, very important for us to hear, touch, shunu. It is very, very important. So now you can hear that Jesus Christ said in Bible itself, there is so much more I want to tell you, but you can't bear it now. He is telling to all his students who are fishermen. Yeah, there are so many things I need to tell you from the spiritual topics. You are not qualified to hear that. Then he says, when the Spirit of truth comes, please listen to this. Leave all your cookings in the kitchen. When the Spirit of truth comes, He will guide you into all truths. Who is the Spirit of truth? Yeah? So Jesus Christ says, in Bible he is saying he is not giving a complete knowledge, but Krishna is declaring Bhagavad Gita. After hearing this, the entire knowledge in Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing more to be learned. Yeah? So here, in these two verses, it's very, very important that Lord Krishna is very, very importantly emphasizing the knowledge through Shabda Pramana. Shabda Pramana means we need to hear from the right authorities. If a child wants to know who is the father, he cannot go and start checking the DNA of every person in this world, whether his DNA is matching with my DNA. What is the best thing to do? Go to the mother and ask, who is my father? Mother will tell you. Similarly, if you really want to understand who is the creator, best to go to the mother. Mother is our scripture. Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Puranas, Vedas, Upanishads, they are our mother. Best to go to the mother, approach the mother to know who is the creator. That is called Shabda Pramana, hearing from right authority. Here, who is the right authority for the child to know the father? Mother. Similarly, for us, the right authority to know is the scriptures. Scriptures gives the perfect knowledge for us to understand who is the creator. So, empirical knowledge, Gnanam, Krishna says, just going through Pratyaksha, the science through my senses is incomplete. People write electrical engineering books without even experiencing what electrical energy means. They wouldn't have seen it. There are so many things in this world we accept it from the right authorities. B.L. Tareja, electrical engineering means B.L. Tareja. Has B.L. Tareja seen the electricity? Then how are you accepting his words? Hence, when for the normal material knowledge, when we are accepting through the authorities, why not for the spiritual knowledge? Yeah. So, through the gross senses, I said, not many things can be grasped. I gave an example of, if you really want to see cricket, go to the authority, cricket commentary. Yeah. The relaying. Or go to the stadium directly. Yeah. So, hence, it's very, very important for us to understand things mysterious of this world which is beyond the grasp of our grasp senses. Hence, Shabda Pramana is very, very important. That is why the Bhakti Yoga starts from Yatagnashyasi Tachshunu. Here, Shabda Pramana is very, very important. So the next verse, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye Yatatomapi Siddhanam Kaschin Mam Veti Tatvatah. Manushyanam Sahasreshu, there are millions of people in this world. Everyone are endeavoring something. Everyone are running in this world to know something. Yeah? Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye. Everyone are trying to know something. Yeah? Parrots, two parrots are talking to each other. They are exchanging their knows, what they know each other. Two dogs are speaking to each other. They are exchanging their ideas. Two people are talking to each other. They are exchanging what they know. In this world, everyone are exchanging with each other what they know. Everyone are trying to know. Everyone are trying to become perfect. Yeah? Everyone are in the path of perfection. But unfortunately, we have understood what the perfection means. We only see the perfection, what is actually measurable through our gross senses. For example, my cousin, who might be actually sitting here, he had opportunities to go to all the various worlds through his IT. He is working in IT field. He opted to stay in India. He is going through the yoga processes, understanding Ashtanga Yoga, learning the different science of Ashtanga Yoga, practicing at home. How many people in this world has that interest? Because everyone sees perfection means that should be accessible through my gross senses. A perfection of human body means everything should be in a proper shape. Perfection of human life means you need to be beautiful, you need to be handsome, you need to be rich, you need to be controllable, you should have fame. Just having wealth is not enough. You need to have fame. Right? That's why sometimes Ambanis are become jealous of some of the film personalities, because they might have wealth, they may not have fame as compared to Bollywood people. They may not have the following like Bollywood people. Bollywood people become jealous of seeing Ambanis because Ambanis are wealthy. They have fame. So see the drastic paradigm shift in our world where we live in. No one is happy. Everyone are jealous. So the perfection of this world leads to gaining more disturbances in the human life. What is the perfection of human life? Is to become happy, contented, understand the purpose of human life. Yeah? That's why it's very, very important that all are working towards perfection. Lord Krishna says, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschit Yatati Siddhaye. Everyone are looking for perfections in this world. All perfection doesn't lead to the real purpose of human life, which is to knowing Lord and loving Him. Yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. How many wealthy people in the world wants to know Krishna? Knowing means loving, because you want to know about your girlfriend because you are loving her. You want to marry her, right? If you want to become take up a business partnership, you want to know about your partner, right? What's his taste? What is his goal? We are actually trying to know so many things in this world because we are loving it. Krishna says, mass are trying to know this world, creation. Class are those who are trying to know the Creator. Knowing creation is not the perfection of life. Knowing the Creator is the perfection of life. Hence, yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. one who actually really wants to know Krishna is very, very few. Few in this world. Yeah, Krishna declares. I'm going to stop here. It is very, very important topic as we move forward. So knowing Krishna, loving Krishna, chanting Krishna's name is very, very important. Hearing about Krishna, using our senses, the working senses in the service of Krishna, very important. Focusing our mind on Krishna, utilizing our intellectuals for Krishna, using our talents, facilities in the service of Krishna, using our skills in the service of Krishna. That is the essence of Bhakti Yoga, the devotional service. So all this starts from a simple process of chanting the names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you.